Hi there, it's Dr. Gina here, and I have some guests with me today. I have my amazing team, Melissa, and her little one, Asher. So today we wanted to take a few minutes and just talk about tummy time, its importance, and really like what is tummy time and why it's such a good foundation for developmental milestones. So we're going to just dig into that today. And if you guys have any comments, feel free to comment along, and we'll answer any questions that you have. But so tummy time, we want to talk about like how early, and most people don't know that you can really start tummy time as like early as 3 weeks is when you want to do it. So Asher here is 6 months, so he's obviously graduated a little bit up from just tummy time because he's getting ready. He's doing his like rocking back and forth, getting ready to like start crawling. He's almost right there. But why is tummy time so important? So the best thing is in those first, like when you start them around 3 weeks, a lot of times where do babies want to lay? Just like on mama's chest or any like dad's chest, any of the other caregivers. So if they can start to lay on their tummy on you, and then you're just talking to them, you're engaging them, they're going to start to be looking in your eyes. So as long as the child will lay there comfortably, that's fine, but they all will start to fatigue in that beginning. So, just maybe 10, 20 seconds, but if they're on your chest, then they can just put their head down, and probably fall asleep. Another good time to practice that too is like when you're changing them, they're on their back. You can roll them over to their tummy once you're done changing them and just give them another maybe 10 seconds on their tummy. That way, once they get up to 6 weeks, they can go up to 30 seconds. But tummy time is so important now too because there's so much of the fear, and a lot of people, the babies are sleeping on their back a lot, so they're not getting that tummy time, or we might be putting them in devices, which we're going to talk a little bit more about next week. But it's really important. That's going to start to engage their neck. They're going to develop those neck muscles. Also, if they have anything going on with like a slight head tilt or some torticollis, and these muscles are tight, by getting them on their tummy, that's going to be some easy stretching that they're doing on their own. But it's really important for the baby to start to develop those muscles on their own. Yes, we have to hold them and support that neck, but it's important for them to start to develop those muscles. See how he is like their next thing is they'll be getting up on their like forearms and arms. They're developing all those muscles, and this is really important because they're going to engage with their right and left arms. So those are big things to watch for with your baby, seeing if they're acting symmetrically. But this is all important for like their sensory, for their development, because this is going to be important for like brain connection and also learning as they go into like reading and school. So these skills are a foundation block to build on. Something is if sometimes babies don't enjoy tummy time. I know Melissa and I were kind of talking about this before. So if your child doesn't enjoy tummy time, or they get really fussy, it's uncomfortable, then that could be an indicator that there's some spinal irritation or nerve irritation, and that's a great time to get them checked by a pediatric chiropractor, because babies should like tummy time. This is a safe place. They really should be getting some sleep time on their tummy, because when they're on their back, that's really easy for the startle reflex to kind of kick in. But it's just important to let your baby be on their back and play on their back, because that's when they start to be able to grab their feet and explore. All this is developing their core and getting them ready for the next phase. After that, they can roll around and then getting into the crawling phase. So if you guys have any comments or questions, please post them so we can get back to you. If you like this, or if you feel there's any other moms or parents that should hear this, please share it. Show us some love if it was like good information for you. But make sure you tune in next week, because we're going to talk about infant assisted devices like the Bumbos or Boppies or even walkers and saucers. We're going to talk a little bit about those and milestones in development. All right, so tune in next week, and we will look forward to seeing you soon. Any comments, Mom?
I was just going to say that for Asher, for a little bit, he didn't enjoy the tummy time, and we continued our he got him adjusted a couple times a week. because we did have some trauma during birth, and now he loves it. And the more his nervous system was cleared, can't eat my shoe. The more his nervous system was cleared, the more he started to enjoy tummy time for longer pieces of time. So I can attest to that, him not liking it, and then growing to like it.
And that's a good point too. Like, so if your child is, like we said, get them checked by a chiropractor, but also be patient. Just let them be there for 10 seconds, and then just pick them up or turn them over to onto their back. Just change those positions so that they're getting the tummy time and they're starting to build with those muscles, but also those neurological pathways, which is what's super important. And then they will grow into it, like Melissa was just sharing, where it's going to be like fun and happy, and I love all this stuff. All right. Thanks. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see y'all soon.